The Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild, one of the best games to release to date. This little beauty spent years baking in a little creative oven, nothing but the finest materials and utmost care put into its production. A true masterpiece made by the best in the industry and will stand to the test of time and be cemented as one of the greatest pieces of game design ever created. Yeah, I made it in a week. So I hear you ask, Tibbsy, you must be a big fan of the game to give yourself such a rough challenge, right? There'd be no other reason you would try to recreate such a hard game in such a short amount of time, right? Yeah, so let's break down what we'll need to make this game. Okay, so we have a third-person controller, easy enough, shooting arrows, melee combat, blocking, inventory, yep, and just a few more. Yeah, that's impossible. So I'm going to do everything that I think is feasible within the time frame because they just look too hard and I'm lazy and honest. So let's get started by opening Unity. So I quickly just populated a scene. So let's start off working on the character controller. Now I'm going to steal a controller I've previously made for an old project because it doesn't need it anymore. Sharing is caring. So with that character controller we just got, let's put it in the classic Unity starter beam. And there we go, character movement already. But it's not moving in the direction we're facing the camera, which is what you need for a third-person controller. So there's a few ways to fix this. I personally go for the knock off the silly buggers approach. And just like that, he's walking the right way. Okay, great, with all that working, now let's work on the physics part to his controller. That will control the gliding state, the falling state, and the climbing state. Easy peasy, no stress, we'll get this done in like a day. It was not easy peasy. So physics and coding turns out to be a little hard. So the problem is in Unity, there's this component called a rigid body. This will give objects the ability to collide and use gravity. So the way I thought I'd make gliding is, well, I thought simply I could just turn down the gravity while you were gliding and use the walking script to move. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. So after a lot of researching, I found an easy way to do it. So instead of walking on air, he is now moved by adding force behind him to push him forward with some drag. You know, like how gliding works. That's 2 days and one problem down. But now, time to deal with the other problem. So I thought I could just walk up and hit a wall that I've tagged as a climbable wall, and now he can travel up and down and left and right. Physics does not agree. Fixing this was all of the third day and a bit of the fourth day. But eventually, I found a solution. This lovely sexy man has just released a full tutorial of Breath of the Wild climbing mechanic that you can just copy and paste and use for yourself, all for free. And just like that, climbing works. But there is one problem I had to solve. So when you hit the top of a climbable surface, you need to transition back to walking. But instead, what happens is the character will hit the top and think he's falling. So to fix this, I took this wonderful script and gave it that Tibbsy charm. So the solution I thought of, after many iterations, I eventually decided that once you hit the top, you just get teleported to the top of the object. I gave up trying to make it look good. All right, this has been 3 days. And if it works once, we ship it. And that's the Tibbsy motto. Great, all the movement's done. Now just to see what's left to do. Okay, that's one down. 4 days. Huh. Well, thank God there is coffee. Okay, so let's get the powers done, then we can work on things like enemies and combat. So to start off, the power systems were actually pretty easy to make. It only took me half a day. We started with the magnet. If you're looking at the object and it's within range, then just hold trigger and it will move and rotate to face your direction and keep in pace with you. It will stick to you and stay by you, like they said they will, but they never do, and they left you alone in the cold, realizing that love is just a concept made by the corporate elite to sell you things. It's a myth for wake up shit. Sorry about that. Next one was stasis, and this one is even more simple. When an object is in motion and you are looking at it and in range, once again, simply pressing trigger will freeze it for a short amount of time. It's time to stop. I just wanted to say, isn't it crazy that this is Joji. Okay, and ice power. While looking at this blue surface, it will track where the center of the screen is and show you where the pillar will be placed. Then, by pressing the trigger, it will create one in place of that. You'll have a short amount of time to jump on top of it before it shoots up. All right, everyone. Chill. Okay, and finally, the bomb. Yeah, so simple as power. Just press the right bumper, summons the bomb, and then you can throw it at an explodable wall. And the bomb explodes. Like it's just a bomb. I got no joke here. It goes boom. Oakley dokley, day 5 was spent creating all the 3D models that we're going to need. So here's some trees, broken walls and structures, and a chapel, because why not? Big boy skull, Shika temple. Here's not a goblin. Now, with the main character, whose name I'm not going to say because considering recent lawsuits, we have to think a smart name that won't get us trouble because I ain't going to risk it. Okay, we have Nilk. Yeah, sorry, I'm not an artist. Okay, day 6, archery and combat. So to start off with, we can't have him running around without animations, so let's quickly make some of those. But to do this, we need to give this model bones. This way we control the preciseness of the animations and it can look more realistic. So let's do that real quick. Great, now it's got some bones. Let's make some animations real quick. And with that done now, I just made 5 simple animations. We've got a quick idle, simple walking, 3 attack animations that transition into each other, and a climbing animation. And great, they're all in the game, and they look pretty good. Most of the time. Now to repeat that process with the Nutter Goblins. Okay, great, now the bad guy's got animations, we can actually make the combat for the game. So let's quickly add a script so he can give damage and take damage. Then I just added a super simple AI script where when you get in range, he will start to pursue you and attack you. And also a lock on camera for flavor. Great, that's melee combat done. Yeah, the bow's pretty scuffed. So holding left trigger will pull up the bow and turn you into a first person camera because I kind of like the Ocarina of Time bow idea. And yeah, the bow kind of chooses how it wants to be posed at random. And you press right trigger to shoot. Now the astute of you will notice something here. I forgot to make an arrow asset, and at this point in the project, I cannot be But look, I still had half a day at this point, and I didn't want to get started on the level design just yet. So I figured let's quickly make a horse, because they're in Breath of the Wild, and see how we can give that the tipsy charm. Yeah, I may have gave it too much charm. This is by far the stupidest thing I've ever made. Hey guys, Editing Tipsy here. I just realized I never talked about the stamina wheel. Yeah, there is one. It goes down when you glide, sprint and climb. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, somehow we made it, the final day. So now all I need to do is sound design and level design. So after a few hours, this is all the sounds I have in the game. Oh yeah, I'm a goblin. Yeah, look, you click on the title, it was bad. Legend of Zelda, the sounds weren't ever going to be good. And there we go, after a lot of work, we have this level done, and I think it looks not too bad. Now, I know the title was called Legend of Zelda, but bad, but I actually had a lot of fun with the gliding and climbing mechanic. I just found myself gliding around the map for like a good 10 minutes or so. Little things keep you entertained. Okay, great, and now that's everything in the game, a level done. I quickly made a menu and main theme music, because it's a Zelda game, of course you need music. I just really quickly created a puzzle temple like there is in Breath of the Wild that will use all the powers and give an excuse for me actually spending the time to make them. Yeah, I didn't make a monk model, so it's just Link. Now to finish the video, I thought I'd just play the game for a bit, but that's a bit boring. So I got a friend to play the game and he is a giant Zelda fan. So I hope he enjoys this, this mess.
Hey guys, it's me, Zelda fan 23. Okay, so it's like Zelda, but it's like shit. Oh wow, he did the voice effects himself. He sung the theme song. I'm not sure if you heard that. That was clever. He's got a bow. Great. Unlimited arrows. Great. I'm gonna shoot this guy real quick. Get rid of him. Great. So that's done. When's the next one? Where's the next one? Where's the next? Oh, there's a few here. It's a bit scary. Did you just say bokoblin? Are you narrating the goddamn voices of these? Oh my god! Run down. Let's try and beat this one with the sword. Yep. Alrighty. Let's go. Oh, a horse. Let's do that. I'm sure the horse mechanic will be seamless. Let's go. Oh god. Okay. Okay, yep, I'm under. Okay, this is me. Be a better way to adjust this camera. No, this is it. I'm under the horse. Please. Let me off! Please, let me off! Am I flying up? I think this is meant to be my climbing speed. My legs are all kinds of broken. Okay. I think I'm just gonna call it here.
Yeah, didn't know how to end the video. Cheers for watching. I'll see you guys later.